Hey guys, Alyssa here, and today I shall be doing my December wrap-up and my TBR jar pick for January. We are in a new location. I have finally, officially moved. I have all of my books back in my possession. I'm currently sitting in front of my very minimal TBR shelf. I still cannot believe that I own so few TBR picks. I'm currently sitting in front of them. They're the only books that I have set up yet. I am hoping before I set up the rest of my books, my red books and my classics, that I can do like an organization video. We'll see how that goes. Things are crazy right now. I wanted to real quick film my wrap up and get it done and over with and do my TBR jar pick for my classics. This is not going to be a very long video because I did not read much in December because it was a very hectic month. Obviously, I had to pack and move and there was just a whole lot going on. So let's get into it. I'm going to do this wrap up in the order that I read them because I don't have the energy to organize them by what I rated them. The first book that I read in December was Scream Sight by Justina Ireland. This was a book that I just went to the library, I saw. The summary of it sounded cool, so I picked it up. I read it in like a day. It was one of the most addicting books I have ever read. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. The big thing that I think I want to say when talking about this book is it is definitely geared towards a younger teen. It's not what a lot of teen books tend to be nowadays, which is like kind of pushing the realm of like teen / young adult genre age range. It's very much geared towards young teens. If I had been 14 when I had read this, man, I would have been so into it. It was one of the most addicting books I've read this year. I could not put it down. I don't know what it was, but the writing kept me so engaged and just there was something so addictive about it. It's basically about this girl who kind of starts investigating this site that features little mini like horror video type things. People start going missing and she starts investigating it. I will say it's not a mystery that you're gonna read and be like, whoa, oh my god, that like blew my mind. But it was so addicting that it was just such a fun read. It was one of those reads where no, I didn't come away from it with anything. I didn't come away with it being like, oh my gosh, that was so crazy plot-wise or character development or anything like that. It was just really fun. The next 2 books that I read in December were parts 2 and 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Promise. There is not much to say other than I gave them 5 out of 5 stars. I loved them so much. If you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you watch the whole show, if you're trash like I believe everybody else is trash for that show who has seen it in its entirety, I highly recommend these. They pick up right where the show left off and it is like watching an episode. That's how good they are. The artwork is just perfection and they make me feel things. So I gave them 5 out of 5 stars. I'm excited to read more of them. And the next 4 things that I read, technically it was really 1, but I read them in single issues. So I technically read the first volume / the first 4 issues of the Faith comic book / graphic novel series. This series has me feeling some type of way. I rated 1, 3, and 4 5 stars and volume 2 4 stars. Just because it wasn't quite as interesting. I had not heard of this until I heard about it a while ago from Sylvia over at Wish Fulfillment. She, I think, talked about it in a video. I don't know. I heard it from her though. Somehow. Maybe it was on Twitter. I don't know. I heard it from her though, and I heard that it was about a fat female superhero, and I was here for it. It took me forever because I couldn't find it from the library for a really long time, but I finally found it. It didn't glamorize her being fat. It showed her from all of the angles, and it just, if you want really, really, really positive fat characters and them being shown in a really great light, I cannot recommend this enough. Especially like It's one thing to read it in a novel form, but to see it, it did good things for my heart. And I loved how, you know, a lot of the stereotypes surrounding fat people is that, like, they can't, you know, get in relationships, or they have to lose weight to get into relationships, and that's just so much of, like, what the stories revolve around. And this, there was no mention of it. There was no mention about her losing weight. There was nothing mentioned about it. She was in and is in an active relationship. Like, it's just everything I knew that I needed, and I finally got it. The next book that I read was an arc through NetGalley, and that was Love Looks Pretty on You by Lang Liav. I still don't know how to say her name. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I always get to the point where I'm filming and then I'm like, crap, I didn't look up how to say her name. I hope I'm saying it right. I'll fix it next time. I loved it. Really like her work. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think that she just keeps getting better, and I definitely plan on buying it and rereading it over time because I really enjoy it. If you like poems about love, I think she is the queen of current modern poetry about love. She just really does it well. And the very last book that I read in December was After the Fire by J.A. Jance. Now, you're probably wondering, wow, where'd that come from? Like, how did you come across this book? I was just like, I think I was like busy getting like ready to go somewhere, and I had to do like my makeup and my hair and stuff, and I was just like, wow, I could really do with an audiobook right now. And I was just scrolling through Overdrive, and I saw this audiobook for this book, and I got it, and I loved it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. This is about J.A. Jance's personal, like, poems about dealing with a ex-husband who was an alcoholic, and it's a very interesting collection because it gives you, through the audiobook especially, it was really powerful because it has you, she like kind of prefaces each poem and like where she was at the time and why she wrote it and like the motivation behind it and kind of what was going on in her life at that time and like kind of what led her to write the poem itself. And it was just really great. If you're gonna read it, I highly recommend the audiobook. It was just really powerful, unexpected, lovely read. So yeah, those are all the things that I read in December. Not many thoughts because I didn't read really any big full-length novels. A lot of them were graphic novels, and that's just that. Let's get on to my little classics. It looks really pathetic. I'm hoping that I unpack more classics than what I put in this jar and I can put more in. If you missed my 2019 goals, I decided to do a TBR jar for my classics because that is something I really want to do more of this year, is to read more classics, especially since I've gotten my regular fiction, like, important books down more. I really want to focus on those. Some of them have had them for so long. I've moved them like 4 times now, and I just really want to read more of them, and this will hopefully help me do that. A little bit dumb, and I put all of the rest of the Anne of Green Gables books in here, and they were numbered, but I'm just, if I pick one, then I just have to read whatever one is next. So like, say if today I pick Anne 6, I'm just gonna read the second Anne of Green Gables book because that's what I have to read. You get what I'm saying. Hoping I don't get Don Quixote, is that how you say it? Because I go away this month on vacation for like a week and a half. So not exactly vacation material. Oh God, I really hope I don't pick that. I really hope that this goes okay, because that's not gonna be fun. Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. I haven't done one of these in so long. Ooh! Rebecca. That's what I picked. Cool. I have not unpacked my classics yet, so I can't show it to you, but I do have a little mass market of it, and that's pretty dope. I have been wanting to get to it. I'm wanting to read more of Daphne du Maurier's work, and this will give me that opportunity. And I know this is like her most famous one. That's all I got. If you've read Rebecca, let me know what you thought down below. If you read any of these books I also talked about that I read in December, let me know down below. I would love to know. And yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I shall see you in the next one. Bye.